Students, in the previous class we have started with the properties of matter, and we have already done with some properties of matter like appearance and feel, transparency, diffusion, floating and sinking. Now in continuation of that, the next topic or the next property of the matter is dissolution. So today's topics of discussion are dissolution, and in which further we will study, that is dissolution of solids in liquid, or you can say that the solids in water. Now firstly, let us understand the meaning of dissolution with the help of an activity. Then after doing that activity, we will define the term dissolution. To do this activity, I have taken water in a glass tumbler, clean water in the glass tumbler, and secondly I have taken this salt. The common salt is there. Now what we are supposed to do here, to understand the property dissolution, I am going to put some salt in the water, and after putting it, I am going to stir it. After stirring it with the spoon for some time, here you can see that is the salt which I put in the water. It completely mixes with the water to give a clear solution. Clear solution means that is you cannot identify and you cannot find separately the particles of salt and the water. That is the meaning of clear, means you are not able to see separately the particles of water or the particles of salt. So here we can say that salt is completely mixes with water, and here we can say that is the salt is dissolved in the water to give a solution. And this property by which one substance get dissolved into the another substance, this process or this property or this act is known as the dissolution. So here dissolution means given one substance is mixes with the another substance completely, and this process is known as dissolution. So firstly I have taken this salt, and salt is actually a solid. So you have seen that is the solid get mixed in the water. Similarly there are many other substances which get dissolved in the water. For example, I have taken this lemon juice, which is a liquid. So let us check whether this liquid get mixed or it get dissolved in the water or not. To check it, I am going to add some lemon juice in the water, and again we are supposed to be stir it with a spoon. And here again you can see that is the lemon juice just mixed with the water, and it is giving us a perfect solution. So here you can say that is a liquids also dissolved in the water, and you are supposed to be know that is maximum of the substances get dissolved in the water. That's why water is also known as the universal solvent. I think you have studied in your 5th standard, that is the substance in which we dissolve something is known as solvent, and the substance which get dissolved in the solvent, that is known as the solute. And the mixture when solute gets mixed in the solvent completely, then that is known as the solution. Okay, so here we have seen that is a solids dissolved in the liquid. Then we have checked that is a liquid also dissolved in the water. Similarly, we are having some gases which gets dissolved in the liquid. For example, all of you know that is all living things need oxygen to breathe. So there are some living things which live in water. So from where they get oxygen? It shows that oxygen mixed in the water, and that aquatic animal uses that oxygen which is mixed with the water for the breathing. So here we have seen that is dissolution is the property of a substance to get mixed completely in the another substance. And dissolution, it may be in the case of solid, and it may be in case of liquids as well as in gases. So Dissolution is the process or the property by which one substance gets dissolved in the another substance to give a clear solution. So this property is known as dissolution, and in the activity we have seen that is dissolution. This property of dissolution is found in solids as well as in liquids and gases. Firstly, let us start with the dissolution of solids in water. Now firstly we will do an activity to see that whether all the solids gets dissolved in the water or not. So let us start with the activity. So to do this activity, here I have taken water in the glasses, and I have taken the 4 different solids. Number 1, I have taken this salt, then sugar, sand and pebble. So let us check that whether all these solids get dissolved or just mixed with the water or not. So firstly I am going to put some salt in the water, and I was supposed to be just stir it well, and after some time here you can see that salt just dissolved into the water. Now next I am going to put some sugar in the water, and again we are supposed to stir it well for some time. And after stirring it for some time, here you can see that the sugar also mixed or dissolved in the water. Now next let us check whether the sand gets dissolved in the water or not. So let us put some sand in the water and just stir it. So now here you can see that the sand particles are settled down at the bottom of this container. So it means ki it is not possible to dissolve the sand into the water, means the sand doesn't dissolve into the water. Similarly I have taken some pebble, so let us do this activity with the pebble. So let's put some pebble in the glass and just again stir it well. So here again you can see that is pebble doesn't dissolve into the water. So from this activity it is clear to us that is the some solids get dissolved into the water but some solids do not, and the solids which dissolve into the water, like we are having this sugar and salt, these solids are known as the soluble solids, and the solids which do not get dissolved into the water are known as insoluble solids. So from the activity the conclusion is that is some solids dissolve in water, and these type of solid or substances are known as soluble substances, and some solids do not dissolve in water, and these substances are known as the insoluble substances. So this is all for today. Thank you.